Hi everyone, Scrappy Kathy here with a load prompt, and I'm doing today's sketch for 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. The load prompt is about what feeds your soul, and you all know probably that my answer is being a grandma and doing this craft and getting to remember all the fun, silly moments like this one, when Ava visited a kind of the pumpkin patch display out front of a Home Depot a few years back, you might say. So I get to relive all the moments that, now that they're nasty old teenagers, I don't get to see anymore. So this is the sketch, and it's by Niki Rowland, and it's amazing. I've got some scraps. I'm using my Scrap Backwards kit, and I have fussy cut some elements. I've cut a stripe of this dark red because it matches the title, the Bramble Fox title I'm going to use. And then I fussy cut some flowers and acorns out of the other side. So I'm going to put that back in my kit stand. I've also got this paper. That is, by the way, that paper is Hello Autumn by Bella Boulevard, and it goes back, I think, probably to 2013 or 2012, around the time that photo was taken, back when the kids did fun things at Halloween. I'm going to actually fussy cut one of these apples out of this paper. I forgot to do that before I started rolling. This is a different paper. I think this is a Doodlebug paper. And I have a lot of Doodlebug and a lot of Bella Boulevard in my Scrap Backwards kit. What I did was I just went to the divider that I have in my storage cubes that said fall, and I pulled everything out. And that's my Scrap Backwards kit for the month. And it's one of those things where I don't expect to kill it, but I would like to make a dent in it because every once in a while I'd like to buy some new stuff, but I don't feel like I can because I haven't used my old stuff. So that apple will make an appearance somewhere. And then I have this Bella Boulevard Hello Autumn sticker sheet. There are some stars, and there's this little leaf tab and a Hello Autumn tab there. There are a few things that I might pull from there. So I'll keep it handy. I will kind of put it right here. So in my bowl, I have this little Doodle Pop sticker that has the googly eyes. And I thought for this photo, it's definitely something that makes sense. I have this, which is a current title from a current Bramble Fox box. And there were 3 little leaves that I hadn't used yet. I have a pumpkin and a couple of pumpkin patch signs that go back to last year's Fox box. So I'm going to use those. I fully realize that the purple in those signs doesn't really have a representative stripe. There's nothing else on the page that's going to look like that. But I figure it'll work anyway. It's kind of close enough. And then when I put it in with all the oranges, it looks like that outer ring on there. In fact, there was a strip of paper that kind of reflects it even more. I'm going to go ahead. I said there isn't a stripe representing it. Well, let's do a stripe that represents it. I'm going to cut this stripe, and I'll see if I can work it in to... The hearts will be going the wrong way. I'm not going to put it horizontally. I'm going to put it vertically with these others. And we'll see what happens. Before I put the stripes, the strips of paper on the page, I'm going to use my stencils. In the original, there is the sunburst, and then there's kind of a crosshatch. Instead of the crosshatch, I'm going to do these plus signs, but I'm going to go ahead and do the starburst. I've got some stuff on there. I'm going to washi tape it down just on one side to I'm going to kind of do it right there, and the photo will kind of go right here. And the technique prompt at Load was to use vellum. So I've got 3, I'll show you that since I've showed you everything else. I had I think it's Webster's Pages, had a collection a while back that had a vellum sheet with cutouts. And these are some 3x4 cutouts. I didn't cut the edges completely off, but I figured that's not gonna really matter because I'm gonna kind of layer them up kind of like that over my photo, and then we'll see what happens. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Kind of like that, and I'll go ahead and do it over here too. And I have 3 different colors that I'm going to kind of blend into these guys. I'm going to go with the paler orange, the lighter color kind of out at the ends. And that is carved pumpkin. Then I'm going to come in with some ripe persimmon and kind of blend it in to that and come more towards the center. I should be doing the center going out. And then I'm going to use Crackling Campfire, which is the darkest color. And I'm going to really let that kind of darken up the center here. And I'll bring a little bit of it out to the ends, but kind of do it that way. Okay, now before I go anywhere else, I'm gonna do the plus signs, and I'm gonna do those. I had brought out this ground espresso color that I was going to use for those, but I think I'm going to go with black texture paste. I will put these things off to the side, and I'll pull out my black texture paste, and I'm not going to do the full stencil's worth. It's going to be kind of partial. And then I'm going to do some, I'll join this, I'll do this kind of down here. And the reason that I typically don't, that I'll use okay, so that's done. I'll put that aside. And put that there. Now what I have to do is, let's see, I'm looking for some paper towel to wipe the texture paste off my hands. I'm going to assemble the strips, even though I know that's wet. And I'm going to lay this one down first. I don't know what paper that is. I think that's the only scrap I have left of it. I'm gonna lay it right over top of that. And then I have this yellow strip that I'll lay down. And I have not gotten that off my hands, but it is dry. So I'll worry about it later. I'm not gonna fret too much. So this is a yellow polka dot that's from one of those collections. Who knows which one? This is the branding strip. Aha, Pumpkin Patch by American Crafts. And it's paper called Pumpkin Pie, and it's 2012. So probably not available. I'm going to put this down. I may take this I may put it adjacent to that over on the right side. And I'm going to just butt it up next to it as close as I can get it and trust that they were both cut straight. And that doesn't look bad at all. Okay, so now I'm going to do this stripe, the Pumpkin Patch branding strip with the orange facing out there, because I'm going to cover up part of it. And there's no rhyme or reason to how I'm doing these things. I'm kind of trying to get all the colors in, but I want this really wide stripe of orange there. I love that, I don't know, the colors there. And there's kind of a lime green stripe across there, which really makes me happy. The load prompt was about what feeds your soul, and there are, you know, colors and images and things like that. I started to do a photo with a sailboat and a palm tree, because I used to tell John that sailboats and palm trees were, if I saw them together, they really made me feel differently. I kind of lowered my blood pressure and made everything that made any anxiety I may have had just float away. And that feeds my soul. There's certain colors, and lime green is one of them, that just makes me smile, makes me happy. So there's no lime green on this page. I guess maybe I could find something. Let me get this up where you can see it. I'm going to go ahead and assemble these guys. I'll put this in the middle and do that one like that. I want a little bit of the of all three colors on the side of the, I think just like that is fine. And so I'm going to staple and I may not have gotten that middle one secured. So now I'm going to put some foam behind it. A nice big square of foam. And this will secure the vellum as well as prop up the photo. Okay, so I'm thinking that it will go somewhere like that. Okay, and I want my title to be spaced so that I can actually type. I intended to do this and I didn't. The title is really going to be, "It's Been a Wildlife." And I thought I would put it right here over the plus signs, but I'll have to move them down here so that I have room for a little strip there. And I want to get this in and on properly so that I don't cover up and not leave room for it. So don't forget to leave room for it, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So I'll do a small little strip right there. Okay, so now I'm going to have a cluster here and a cluster here. And I have journaling strips that will go here, and I will, and in the original, there's a large photo and a smaller photo. Instead of that smaller photo, I'm going to put this doodle pop kind of right there, because it's a different style from the other things I'm using. So I'm letting it kind of stand out on its own. I'll put it there. And then my journaling will appear to be coming off the side from the pumpkin. Now, I'm going to put this as a major part of this cluster. And then this will be, whoops, let me get that little star there. Those are some stars left over from a previous page I did that was kind of star heavy. Okay, I'll do the pumpkin patch here and this little pumpkin maybe kind of sticking out from under here. I also have a, ooh, here's where I could do some lime green. Here we go. There's a lime green flare. And I could actually maybe do that in conjunction with this pumpkin, and then that kind of is like a header for my journaling. So that actually is sticking there, and so it's going to stay. I have this cute little critter that looks like he's peeking over something, and so that's going to go up in there, because I always use those kind of at the top, peeking over the photo. But let me see which other ones I have in here. Here's another with some green, and I thought maybe that could go, let's see, maybe have the flare right here, and let some of the, it has kind of like a stone finish right here, and then this green, have that there, and then this kind of propped up over it, and the pumpkin patch right here, and then have some flowers around it. So that was my thought. Okay, let me put these away. Those are all part of my Scrap Backwards kit. And so let me get these, what I'm going to call hard elements in and on. I'm going to put a little bit of glue kind of right there, and let that kind of spread it around. Oh, I didn't glue this guy in. I'm not going to put any foam. Because I don't want it to push up the photo any higher than it is. So let me kind of spread that around so it's tacky, and I'll put it right there. And I'm going to do the pumpkin patch. I'm going to put the glue behind the words, and hopefully that, and I'll put it right here. Okay, this isn't sticking, so I may have to do something else with that, but I won't hold up the video for it. I've covered up the stone part of this flare that I like a lot. Let me have it more like that. And then this. And maybe I'll put some glue on the flare as well. Okay, that's going to have to work. That's going to have to be good enough. Let me get this guy here. And then I've got this that I can put maybe here on the photo, and then one of the larger flowers kind of right there, and maybe another flower kind of right there. That'll work for me. Let me get, and I have that paper handy, and I also have these paper snips from Bramble Fox that have leaves on them that I can, if I don't have enough of the smaller embellishments, I think I can work with that. I wish pumpkins were 50 cents, by the way. we need to go out. We have a pumpkin painting exercise planned for one night this week, and we need to go out and buy those pumpkins. I think I'll put the apple here, and there's a sunflower. And this time of year, it's always fun to do a sunflower images. It kind of brings John into the equation because he was such a fan of sunflowers. And this year, I did not get my sunflower seeds planted, and I really didn't do much in the garden because I know it's going to be gone for a long time in June, which is a time that gardens need a lot of tending. I'm going to put this, this is the sunflower. I'm just going to kind of build it right in there. And this pumpkin is still not sticking. And I'm going to put that leaf there along with this pink paper leaf. And let me get a little bit of foam. This is the detail stuff that I love doing, but I become conscious of how long the video has been running. And I tend to rush because I'm trying to make it a reasonable length video. Okay, there. Now I have this green leaf that I thought could go over there. And I'm not going to do a lot of embellishing right over in that little section. Okay, here I've got one of these little maroon flowers. I have two of those. And so I'll use one in the upper cluster and one in the side here. And I'll just have them out loose. I'll maybe do that a little bit. Why not? There. Then I have this orange leaf and this little gold leaf that can go over there. If you handle this tape enough, it loses its stickiness. Let's see, there or here. Maybe, because this is very similar to that color, orange there. Why not though? We'll do that, and then I'll glue this one. Okay, I need this one up above that one, I guess. I'll do some glue on here. I didn't raise this up enough. There are several layers kind of under there, and I want that to stick to the other leaf. So that works. I've got another little brown leaf that I can just kind of layer in under that trio of leaves, and I have a little orange leaf that I can layer in under here. Same problem over here. There are too many things with too much dimension, and I love that, but I just need to be sure everything gets glued down. I need to make sure everything makes contact and gets glued down. Okay, this is not cooperating. I'll do that. I don't want to hide the arrow for the pumpkin patch sign. There we go. And I have a couple little acorns that can go kind of out in the field. Right down there. And I think I'm done. I'm not going to use those stars after all. I thought I'd include a star or two just to kind of pay homage to Niki's design. And I will tell you that the journaling strips are going to go, these are the journaling strips right here. And they will go here. And I will put foam, little thin strips of foam behind each of them. But I'll do that off camera. So thank you for watching. This was fun. And I will have to make that strip, and then I have to put these on, and then I'll post it. Thank you very much for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye.